Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast here in Liverpool for the weighing day, joined by Mr. Eddie Hearn. How are things, Ed?
Doing good, thank you, mate. Ready to go. Hopefully everyone's on weight, ready for a huge night tomorrow. And of course, gearing up for Chisora Parker next week as well.
I'm going to jump straight in. I got a little bit of stick. Actually, I did get a lot of stick. And I think people thought you had instructed me not to ask about Leonard Ellerbe.
Do you think I would ever do that? I've never instructed IFL, or I am the only person or only promoter that has never instructed IFL, you, Coogan, to not ask me something. You're going to say about the Leonard Ellerbe thing, aren't you? And I was actually quite baffled that you never asked me about it yesterday. In fact, no one asked me about it. So, yeah, I was quite surprised because I thought it was big talking news. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it has been like a common theme of the interviews we've done over the last few weeks. And he said his little bit, but now he's come out full guns blazing, saying if you come within 10 feet, I don't know how long his arms are, but 10 feet, he is going to start swinging.
How scary. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess he's just trying to use my name for a bit of publicity for himself, but I don't know. It's weird because the Americans don't really get it. I watched that interview and he's like, if he keeps on disrespecting me. All I said was that the Devin Haney fight was bigger than the Tank fight. And the guy, all he does is just slag me off and like tweets of people slagging me off the whole time. And I say that and he loses his marbles. So, I don't know. I was thinking the other day, Leonard against Hearns, right? You get Floyd to train Ellerbe. You get Reynoso to train me, right? 90-10 split for me, obviously. You've only got to look at the numbers, right? Social, whatever. 10 million minimum guarantee for me. And I may make it happen. Because I'm that bad. It would have to be a lot of money. Because I've mentioned it to my old man before, just joking about, like all these sort of exhibition bouts. And he was like, because he come to watch me fight when I had a couple of amateur bouts, right? Contrary to people not believing that. And he quite openly states that I was absolutely dreadful. And he said that there shouldn't really be any amount of money for you to accept one of those because you will get knocked out. So I'm definitely not going to do it. But if it was 10 mil, I'd probably have to think about it.
There has to be someone somewhere in the Middle East that is willing to put up that money. There has to be someone somewhere.
No, leave it there. No, leave it there. But again, I watched it, I was quite surprised. I mean, this is a 58-year-old man, I think he is, or something like that, saying that he's in the gym hitting the bag. I mean, I'm definitely not in the gym hitting no bags. So, just going to make sure that if I do see him about, I just stay 11 feet away, because,
What is going to happen if you actually see him? Because, all right, he's not going to start swinging for you, we know that. But, well, I don't know, yeah.
I do,
What do you think he would say? Do you think he would genuinely sort of get worked up if he was to see you in person?
He gets worked up by me saying that my fight was bigger than his fight. So, of course he is. But, I'm all right. I can't really fight, but I'm not a pansy. So, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know whether it's sort of for him just trying to create a little bit of hype or what, but he doesn't seem very happy.
Obviously, I know you won't be told figures, but have you heard anything from what the figures could be from the Tank fight, potentially?
No. Very quiet, actually. Hold on one second.
Sharapova weighing in. She is on weight, off weight. She is...
Just having a check weight, just having a little peek. What was we talking about? Buys? No, I haven't heard anything. Normally you'd hear something by now, but not heard a peep.
Ed, I do have to pull you up on something, because yesterday when I said, where did that 40 million come from? All the comments were like, that 40 million come from you saying it in an interview with someone called Boxing Media?
No. Well, I said he's been up.
It was you who said the 40, not that you said he, I don't know the exact wordings, I haven't seen the interview, I don't know. No.
Send it to me. No, I don't believe I've ever mentioned 40 million, and there's all the reports of that, so no, I don't remember that, no.
I'll try and find it and send it you, but like I said I haven't seen it. But yeah. Just quickly, I know we spoke about it yesterday, but I didn't ask you, have you actually spoken to Dillian and sort of what's been said between you and him?
Just really that, obviously, since the fight was ordered, we spoke straight after that, and we got to put our numbers together probably in a bidding scenario. I don't think Top Rank are going to really entertain us staging the show. But obviously, if it went to purse bids, we would have to get our bid together and make sure that we were very aggressive in that approach. But I know that Dillian Whyte, if the deal is right, would be happy to do a deal for that fight. So we'll have to see how that goes. Going back to what I said yesterday, just about the purse split, we just don't know what that is yet. So I don't understand how you can negotiate a fight if, like I said, Top Rank want the split to be 80-20. We want it to be 55-45 in line with the rules. And until you know what it is, it's very difficult to agree to a deal. That makes sense. So we'll see what happens over the next week or so.
Obviously, when it was Joshua and Fury, because they were two sort of standalone massive stars, it was all about the joint broadcast potentially and whatnot. Obviously, we know how Dillian, sort of what he's done for you and what you've done for Dillian. Will you look at you broadcasting it and ESPN broadcasting it separately? Or?
I don't think so. I think, as I said, Top Rank and ESPN, Fury's promoters, will want to stage that themselves. And again, if the offer's fair and Dillian Whyte's respected, I think there's a good chance that could happen. I think, obviously, if we were to win the purse bid, we would air it with our broadcast partners or with the broadcast partners that have backed our bid. So I don't see a shared broadcast in this environment, to be honest with you. But listen, anything's possible.
Just finally, what sort of little ins and outs maybe, as Dillian said, that he wants potentially, even away from the split? Is there anything that Dillian's intent potentially on having specifically?
He wants cream sofas in his changing room and Haribos as well on the side. No, he just wants the fight. He's not, Dillian Whyte's not looking to be. This is about getting what he deserves, getting the respect, and also making sure he's not protected in the ring, but protected in the fight and the build-up. Make sure that he's represented, make sure that everything's fair and square, but also make sure that the fact that he's waited for so long, the fact that he does have tremendous commercial value in the fight is respected in the negotiations. So that's really the most important thing. But of course, he wants his shot, and now it looks like it's going to present itself.
Right, Ed, thanks for giving me a little bit of your time, and cheers.
See you soon.